Tonight, live on location, Mobile, Alabama. Mike Holt, Penn State is joining us after day one. You guys are doing all the drills, all the action. Tell us how you feel now that's in the books.
Yeah, I think it was a good first day. Learned a lot from the coaches and some of the other players around me. I thought it was a good day to get out there and compete.
You looked really in shape in the drills, the bag drills and all that. Quick feet. Where you been working out heading up to this?
Bradenton, IMG. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's been pretty good down there. They have just about everything you can want. So,
what other people's down there feeling your competitive juices?
There's really no other linebackers down there right now, so I'm the only one. It's pretty good. I get some one-on-one work with the LB's coach, and Adrian Amos from my team's down there too. So it's going well.
You're repping linebacker. Have you talked to any of your former teammates at all? Hodges, Mowdy? I mean, anybody give you advice on not just this event, but the whole draft process?
Yeah, I talked to Mowdy a lot. He's a good dude. We have the same agent and everything, and just said it's going to be a long year. Just stay mentally tough through it all. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Just work your ass off.
Mentally tough's what Penn State's all about after last year. I mean, you had to transition from O'Brien to the new coach Franklin. What was that like, and how did it affect you on the defense?
Yeah, it was definitely a tougher transition just because I was moving from outside to middle. Had to learn a whole new defense and make all the calls and everything. But once I got it down, it was pretty smooth going. And defensive coordinator Bob Shoup was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. And the defense, he's a great coach.
Have you always had that responsibility to make the audibles and the calls?
But my sophomore year I played middle linebacker in third down situations, so I can make them then. But this year was pretty much the whole time, the first time I did that full season.
You talk about how you guys, it seemed to me you improved towards the end of the year after starting rough. What's it like, just that intestinal fortitude it takes to keep on grinding?
Yeah, it's definitely tough, especially we had a 4-game losing skid in the middle of the season. Just have to keep working, put your head down, and fortunately we were able to turn it around and get the bullwind to get the program heading in the right direction.
Who's been your toughest competition over your career, just an offense that kind of gave you fits?
It's hard to say. I mean, Ohio State's always a challenge, but they always have great teams. I'd probably say the toughest bloodbath games we had were against Nebraska. They have a physical offensive line. Amir Abdullah's a really good back.
What's it like chasing Amir Abdullah down?
It's definitely not an easy task. He's fast, he's quick, but it was a fun challenge every time I played him, and today at practice it was no different.
What do you like doing better? I mean, you got to do it all, but as far as pass coverage, stuffing the run, and planting somebody down, I mean, what's your favorite?
I like playing against the run just because I feel like I can use my instincts a lot more. That's something I rely on a lot. But pass coverage is equally important at this level, and I think I have a really good feel for that as well.
What kind of feedback in that area as far as like pass coverage? Is it what something coaches want to see more of?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the coaches have said that that's one reason why, I'm the player I am is because I'm pretty good in pass coverage. So I just need to keep growing on that and focusing on that area to, show my skills.
What's the game plan after this event's over? Where are you headed? And then what's draft day going to be like for you?
Yeah, I'm heading back to IMG in Bradenton. Probably going to train there until the combine. Draft day, probably just going to stay at home with my family, try to take my mind off of everything. Hopefully they call my name.
Oh, they will, Mike. If you could single out one coach that's made the difference and turned you into the player you are today, what coach would it be and why?
I'd probably say Bob Shoup, defensive coordinator from this year. Just demanded so much, detail and, every single day he was on his A game, and he's basically a genius. I'm telling you, there's a reason why LSU offered him $1.6 million to be their D coordinator. So I have a lot of respect for him and everything that he does.
Just tell us last things last. I mean, where would you want to go if you had a choice of any defense anywhere? Like what style defense would you think you fit the best?
Honestly, I don't know. I play anywhere that'll pay me money and want to take me, But I mean, any scheme. I mean, I'm more accustomed to a 4-3 scheme. Yeah. But so probably more ideally a 4-3.
All right. Well, after the Senior Bowl said, what would you like to say you've accomplished? I did what at the Senior Bowl?
Just show the scouts that I was a tough player. Came every day to work and was professional.
All right. Best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you.